Where's Mom at? Worried about her. Indiana? They did, I did. Yeah, they heard that. How about Florida? You awake this morning? That's awesome. How about Kentucky? Tennessee? Arizona, New Mexico? There we go. Virginia, you're in the house this morning? How about Terry Treadwell? Hey, make sure that you're getting scanned as you come in. The official scan numbers are a little bit low, so I know we've had a full house the first session, the second session, so I don't know if some of you are getting in without getting scanned. But the outer and inner guard should be making sure everybody gets scanned. How about Michigan? Maryland, Delaware, DC? Dana's in the house, right up front, love it. How about anybody who's a League of Guardians member? How about anybody that holds the preferred or power status in the fraternal recognition program? Awesome. Oklahoma, Texas, Illinois, my home state, you hear? Wisconsin. Man, we figured you were still partying last night. Good to have you here. Minnesota. 3 of you? Okay, it's all right. How about New Jersey? New York? West Virginia? All right, West Virginia. Pennsylvania? Ohio? OH? Oregon? In the house? There we go, Oregon, Washington. Idaho, Utah. Wyoming, Western Nebraska. There we go. Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Put you together, let's see if you can cheer together. Mississippi, I see you back there, Tony and Jan. Janet's rocking it this morning. Hail State. If you could find your seats, we're going to start just a few minutes early this morning. I know Chairman Ryder's ready to go. How about Montana? There we go. Dakotas? Missouri? Still sleeping, okay. Georgia, the Peach State. In the back. Who came all the way from Alaska? A few? Okay. We've got a full agenda this morning, and I think Hans and Franz are back this morning. Maybe. So if everybody could take your seats, we'll turn it over to Chairman Ryder to kick things off this morning. For the associations, if you could please take down your flags. Take down your flags, please, so everybody has a good line of sight. One last improv announcement. Ross Chastain will be here at 12:30 in the gift store, signing autographs, taking pictures, and then he'll also be with us at the 525 Club tonight. But if you want to get a picture, an autograph with Ross Chastain, 12:30 to 2 o'clock in the gift store.
Good morning, Moose Nation. I am told that we have another pint-sized message from our little buddies, Hans and Franz. So let's look at the screens and roll the video.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to Pumping Up with Hans and Franz, the informative training program for serious Moose members and babies with binkies shaped like dumbbells.
Let us begin once again by introducing ourselves. I am Hans.
And I am Franz.
And we just want to pump the moose up.
We're gonna pump you up. We're gonna pump you up. Why do we introduce ourselves every time we talk to our moose family?
Well, last night was a free night for the moose here in Oklahoma City, and many were drinking and eating and drinking in Bricktown until the wee hours of the morning.
Ah, too much moose milk can affect early morning memory?
Yeah, Franz. Our perfectly tuned muscular bodies and minds can't comprehend what it's like to need cattle drives. Fire brewed, meaner than a caged bull black coffee to get started in the morning.
Oklahoma bulls are mean and nasty. I overheard someone describing these bulls this way. A deep vibrating growl rumbled from his chest as he shook his antlers. Thick snot sprayed from his nose as he snorted, ready to charge.
Franz, that wasn't a description of an Oklahoma bull, but of the Moose Legionnaires lined up for breakfast on Tuesday morning.
Ah, that makes sense. Bulls have horns, moose have antlers.
Plus, bulls don't line up an hour prior to doors opening.
Yeah, so true. For the moose, that is good fellowship time. If standing in line burned massive calories, moose members would all have abs of steel.
So, what's on the workout agenda for today?
Thought you would never ask, Hans. So much is going on. I think we need Chairman Johnny Rip Ryder to help us out. Johnny, can you please join us?
So good to be here with my two favorite Australians.
I knew we were his favorites.
Well, I don't know any other Australians, so by default, and a quick flex, you two win.
Ha! Hans and I are laughing.
Yeah, Franz, we are laughing so hard.
Our binkies just shot out of our mouths and landed in the Red River.
Now let's not act like a bunch of babies. This morning we are going to hear from Mega Pumped Moose Charities Executive Director, Pam Emerson. She has some record-breaking numbers to share with us.
Yeah, and we'll get some power-packed updates from Sean, the Moose Legion Machine Bale, and Bob, the wonderful women of the Moose McPherson.
The Lion of Long Island Harrigan will be here as well. And we'll hear about activities and heart of the community efforts from Will. We put gravy on everything Harrison.
Yeah, we wrap up the morning with the pivotal announcement of our phenomenal Premier Lodge Award winners and the Moose Charities Mad March of Checks.
Full flex mode now, brother chairman. Let's show the Moose the chairman's curl and the gavel wrap of power.
Okay, enough. Charlene and the Florida Moose Association are getting all wound up watching Johnny Rip Ryder flex it out.
I didn't even know Florida showed up this year.
Florida, if you're out there this morning, make some gator noise.
Now, everyone not from Florida, make some noise!
Wow, I feel the protein, powdered milk, and pureed veggies starting to kick in.
Me too, Franz. Okay, Franz and Johnny Ripped Rider, let's get this party started.
We are here to pump the moose up. Live from Oklahoma City, it's the Moose Session Tweet.
Good.
I'd like to start this morning by congratulating a new class of outstanding collegians who had their degree conferral on Wednesday. We are proud of each and every one of you. Fantastic job. Now to begin today's order of business, I call to the podium our Chairman of Moose Charities Board of Directors, past Chairman of Moose International Board of Directors, my dear friend, Robert K. Funke of Greeley, Michigan, Lodge 1162.
I hope everyone's having a great time here in Oklahoma. For this, our 138th International Moose Convention. What a great time to meet new people, renew old friendships, and explore this great city and its history. I want to thank our Chief Executive Officer, Scott Hart, Chairman of the Board, John Reiter, and the entire Moose International Board of Directors for their encouragement and unending support for the care of our children in need and our senior members. We are so excited at the prospect of bringing new horizons to Mooseheart and Moose Haven for those who are challenged by intellectual or developmental disabilities. And I'm excited that the AAA project for the Activities Center at Moose Haven is now complete. And is the most popular place on the Moose Haven campus. You've got to go down there and see it to believe it. It's amazing. I'm equally excited to introduce the Moose Charities directors for the 2026-27 year. But before I do, I would like to recognize Moose Charities Chairman Bruce Berger, Sellersville, Pennsylvania Lodge 1539, for his outstanding leadership over the past 3 years. And thank him for his service. Also, Director Leonie Richardson from Muscuda, Illinois Lodge 815, and Director Donald Ridenour, Salem, Virginia Lodge 2573, who are exiting the board this year. Please join me in a hearty applause of thanks to those board members who have stepped down after the record-breaking year they have just had. The Moose Charities Board of Directors for 2026-27 will be Michael Shane, Hobart, Indiana, Lodge 783. Patty Kavanaugh, East Mesa, Arizona, Lodge 2082. Don Barrell, who couldn't be with us because he became ill, but I want everybody to know that he's home and he's doing well. From Sarnia, Ontario, Lodge 1046. Julie Anderson, Panama City, Florida, Lodge 1389. Florida's here, huh? Jason Evans, Lodi, California, Lodge 634. I guess California's here too. And Dana Harrison from Frederick, Maryland, Lodge 371. They're kind of spread out, but they're pretty mighty. Both Jason and Dana are newly appointed to this board, and we are pleased to welcome them. Of course, we can't forget Scott D. Hart, Moose International CEO, Mooseheart, Illinois Lodge 2655. And our new Chairman of the Board, Mark Penscover, almost. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Incoming Chairman from Muskego, Wisconsin, Lodge 1057. We are truly fortunate to have the support of our staff at Moose International and Moose Charities. The Moose Charities staff consists of Emily Leary, Development and Database Administrator, Gazelle Luria, Development Assistant, Anna Cervantes, Coordinator of Development and Marketing, and Daniel Maish, Development Associate. I extend a hearty thankful to you each for these dedicated employees as they continue to support you, the membership of this great fraternity, and to make things happen for our children and our seniors. Now it's with great pleasure that I introduce you to Pam Amundsen, Batavia, Illinois Lodge 682, as your Executive Director of Moose Charities. Pam has served this great fraternity in this position since 2018, and before that as Director of Development since 2008. She's a life member of the Batavia, Illinois Lodge 682 and Chapter 722. Pam has held various volunteer and leadership positions on community and school committees, as well as being the founder of a family foundation. She's recognized for leading the growth of successful donor programs, launching a new database and marketing system, and identifying new fundraising opportunities. When she's not spending her time supporting Mooseheart and Moose Haven through Moose Charities, or holding various positions in her lodge and chapter, Pam and her fiance Kevin enjoy the outdoors, motorcycles, and sitting around a campfire. Sometimes I wish I was there. Much of her free time is spent with family and friends, including their 11 grandchildren. The amazing information she brings to you will astound you with the success of Moose Charities this past year. I proudly present Pam to the podium.
I'm not shrinking. I just didn't wear heels. So, good morning, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you and welcome every single person in this room who plays a role, whether big or small, in the story of Moose Charities. Because that's what this is. It's a story written by your membership, your volunteer hours, your generosity, and your belief in something bigger than yourselves. Every fundraiser you planned, every event you've organized, every donation made today supports the children of Mooseheart and the seniors of Moose Haven, providing care, comfort, education, opportunity, and hope. But your impact doesn't stop there. Through endowment giving, legacy commitments, and participation in the Donor Circle Recognition Program, you help ensure these missions remain strong for generations to come. The children admitted to Mooseheart tomorrow will benefit from the generosity shared today, and the seniors who call Moose Haven home will continue to receive compassionate care because of the vision and commitment of loyal supporters like you. What you do today will still be making a difference decades from now. Today I'm here to share highlights from our year-end report, representing the incredible fundraising efforts of the Moose Fraternity, our friends, and our corporate partners. Now I hope what you might be thinking, here comes the numbers. But let me assure you, this is not just about numbers. This is about people. It's about children finding stability. It's about seniors living with quality care. It's about the laughter, the teamwork, and yes, even the occasional chaos of putting on a lodge fundraiser. So when you hear these numbers, hear the stories behind them. And now, the moment you've earned. Last fiscal year, you raised an astounding total of $25,439,874. Take that in for a moment. That's not just a number. That's an opportunity. That's care. That is hope. That deserves more than a polite clap. Go ahead, give yourselves the recognition you deserve. Now, as you heard in Gary Erweiler's report on Mooseheart Child City and School, 2025 marked the launch of something truly meaningful, the Uniting Hearts Expanding Horizons Project. This initiative is transforming Mooseheart in a powerful way. We are renovating 3 homes that will soon welcome children with special needs, children who need not just shelter, but specialized care, understanding, and support. These homes will provide structure, they will provide stability, and most importantly, they will provide belonging, because every child deserves a place where they are understood and supported for who they are. And here's the exciting part. As of April 30th, together, we have raised $7,146,368. That was as of April 30th. That puts us closer to our goal than we could have ever imagined. But we're not done. And that's where you come in. We're asking for your continued partnership to help bring this vision fully to life. Now let's shift to something equally important, our future stability. $5,452,546 was contributed to the endowment fund this past year. Think about that. That's not just money being spent today. That's money that's invested for tomorrow and the next generation and the one after that. Through the endowment collections, the Cradle and Rocker fundraisers, and the Donor Circle, you are building something permanent. And let's talk about those Cradle and Rocker fundraisers for a moment. In October 2025, the Cradle fundraiser raised $219,797. And in February 2026, the Rocker fundraiser raised $209,261. Yes, that's a lot of endowment funds. But let's be honest, there was also a whole lot of fun. They bring out creativity, friendly competition, and some community spirit. Some of the displays we've seen in the Spotlight newsletter that are absolutely incredible. At this point, I'm convinced some of you missed your calling as professional designers. And together, across the lodges, you raised $429,059. Now that's creativity with purpose. Everything we accomplish is because of you. And that's why recognition is important. And let's start with the Donor Circle. This program represents something truly special. It's about commitment, not just for today, but to the long-term future of Mooseheart and Moosehaven. Endowment gifts are carefully invested to create a steady, reliable source of funding, ensuring these communities remain strong for generations. A member recently shared why they give to the Donor Circle. He said, "I donate monthly to ensure Mooseheart and Moosehaven last into the future. The endowment fund protects our mission for generations." That's legacy thinking. That is leadership. This past year, members like you raised $849,642 in the Donor Circle. That's incredible. And many of you are proudly wearing your Donor Circle pins this week, a visible reminder of your commitment to legacy. When people ask what it means to be a member of the Moose, we usually talk about friendship, service, community, and that's true. But the real meaning shows up in places like Mooseheart, Child City, and School, where children are given stability, education, and opportunity, and Moosehaven, where seniors live with dignity and care. Those places don't run on good intentions. They run on consistent support from members like us. Imagine what we could do if more of us committed just a small amount each month. Not just that large one-time gift, but something steady, something reliable, something that says, I'm in this for the long haul. Monthly giving isn't just about the amount, it's about the commitment. It's about making sure that we stand for something today and that's still strong tomorrow. If you've ever felt proud to be part of the Moose, this is one of the simplest ways to live that out. Join us as a monthly supporter. It takes less than a minute on our website, but the impact lasts all year. Let's continue building something that truly matters. Members like you choose to set up a monthly recurring donation with a fund for Moose Heart, Moose Haven, or the Donor Circle. We recognize you with a M&M Club, our monthly giving program. One member inspired by the Horizons Project recently said, they set up a monthly donation that was the easiest way for me to help. Even a small amount adds up, and I know it's making a difference. That's what this is all about. Real people making a real impact. This year's members contributed monthly, raising $522,623. And here's what makes that powerful. It was not the size of the gift, it was about the consistency. Extraordinary donations leading the way. And speaking of leadership, let us recognize the League of Guardians. These are our standout donors, individuals contributing $1,500 or more annually. This year, 720 members. You led by example. You set the standard, and you inspire everyone around you to think bigger. The League of Guardians raised $1,376,848. Now, who enjoys a little excitement? Well, let's talk about the Moose Charity Sweepstakes. Because who doesn't love the thrill of checking their email and thinking, maybe today's my day? Last year, through our fall and spring sweepstakes, we raised $846,122. And while a few lucky winners walked away with prizes, the real winner is Moose Heart. Every dollar raised goes directly towards supporting the children we serve. Now let's talk about something we all love, events, because events are where the magic happens. They bring people together. They create memories. They turn fundraising into something joyful. A perfect example, the Rudolph Run 5K. This isn't just a race, it's a celebration of community with purpose. Here's what you accomplished. Total raised, $264,894. There was 160 sponsors, including many lodges, who contributed $131,900. This year, 79 teams came together to participate in the 5K, bringing creativity, enthusiasm, and plenty of Moose spirit to the event. Teams created fun and unique names, adding excitement and friendly competition along the way. And while 328 participants enjoyed running and walking through the beautiful Moose Heart campus, others took the opportunity to showcase their creativity with costumes, themed attire, and spirited team participation. No matter where they joined or how they participated, everyone contributed to an atmosphere of fun, fellowship, and support for the children of Moose Heart. Virtually, 323 members shared their energy, laughter, and Moose pride, making this year's 5K a memorable experience for all involved. And let's not forget the team names and the photos, some of which were unforgettable. You didn't just raise money, you created moments. So what's the takeaway from all of this? It's simple. You are the backbone of this fraternity. Because if you, children have a safe place to grow and thrive, seniors have comfort and care and dignity, Moose Heart and Moose Haven continue to stand strong. And I'd like to thank you for your time. Thank you for your effort, and most importantly, thank you for your heart. Let's carry this momentum forward and make this next year even more impactful than the last. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam, for that very encouraging report on the generosity of our Moose family. Those giving totals are absolutely incredible. I will now entertain a motion to accept the annual report of the Moose Charities.
Samantha Osborne, Portland 291, Oregon, delegate. I so move to accept the Moose Charities report.
Do we have a second?
I'm Rick Thomas, President, Medford Gold Hill Moose Lodge, 178, and I second the motion.
All in favor, vote by the sign of the order. Opposed? So carried. I'll now call upon our Director of Moose Legion and Higher Degree and past International Moose Legion President, Sean Bell.
You can come up. Good morning. Chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors, John Ryder, Chief Executive Officer, Scott Hart, members of the Moose International Board of Directors, delegates, and members attending the 2026 International Moose Convention. It is an honor and privilege to be here today to present the report of the Department of Moose Legion and Higher Degrees, which also includes the Ritual Program and Councils of Higher Degrees. There's a phrase that has evolved from a line in Ian Fleming's 1959 novel Goldfinger, which became the third James Bond movie in 1964, that currently reads, "Once is an anomaly, twice is coincidence, 3 times is a trend." As the 2025-2026 fiscal year came to a close, the Moose Legion realized the unfortunate coincidence of having a loss in active membership for the second consecutive year. What was particularly confounding was that all signs were pointing toward realizing a gain after a 1-year hiatus. We had achieved our overall production goal. Membership retention was 87%. Financial projections for per capita dollars for the year were realized. Yet as the calendar turned to May, the Moose Legion had ended the year down 112 members. Despite the decline in active members, there were a number of membership positives. The Moose Legion received 6,825 membership applications during the year, which was an increase of 349 over last year. As for membership retention, our renewal rate of 87.72% was up more than 4% from the prior year. 72 of our 154 Moose Legions qualified for the Directors Key Club, with each member of the Board of Directors sponsoring at least 2 Moose Legionnaires during the year. 108 of the 170 individuals eligible for the Ambassadors Key Club qualified by sponsoring at least 2 Moose Legionnaires during the year. 14 individuals earned recognition as Moose Legion Sponsors of Distinction by sponsoring at least 25 Moose Legionnaires during the year, including our top sponsor, Danny Coley of Old Dominion Moose Legion 148 in Virginia, who sponsored 145 applications. 45 members received the Moose Legion Medal of Honor for attaining their 50th lifetime membership unit. 16 members earned the Elite Moose Legionnaire Ring for attaining their 100th lifetime Moose Legion membership unit. And 26 members achieved higher levels of the Medal of Honor or Elite Ring programs, which added diamonds to their respective awards. The work has already begun to assure that the Moose Legion has not realized a negative membership trend to report when we reconvene in Orlando next year. As for Moose Charities donations, Moose Legionnaires continue to provide consistent, reliable financial support to both Mooseheart and Moose Haven. During the past year, Moose Legions contributed $363,438.52 to the endowment fund, which was nearly $28,000 more than the prior year. The total amount given equaled $6.86 per member. Our capital project for last year was the Moose Haven Facilities Enhancement Project, which funded purchases of equipment and replacements or repairs of functional systems on the Moose Haven campus. Moose Legion jurisdictions contributed more than $154,000 toward the project. An additional $13,000 was contributed toward the goal amount by other units and individual members, bringing the total raised to nearly $168,000. The Moose Legion continued its tradition of supporting the International Moose Legion President's Project, which is a fundraising effort to address a specific need at either Moose Heart or Moose Haven. During the past year, President Helton Shaw's project was the replacement of the overhead doors at the Texas building at Moose Heart with a goal of $60,000. Thanks to more than $45,000 contributed by Moose Legion jurisdictions and more than $49,000 contributed from other units and members, the year ended with a record $94,517.10 raised for this year's President's Project. For the 16th consecutive year, the Moose Legions of the fraternity provided the funding for the scholarships that are awarded at the annual Moose International Youth Awareness Congress. Moose Legions continue to ensure that the students who participate in this important program of the Moose are rewarded with significant financial assistance for their higher education pursuits. Last year was no exception, as our units donated $37,852.03. And finally, since 2009, Moose Legions have provided funds for Moose Heart students to travel to Moose Haven to meet, work, and enjoy social time with our senior residents. While this is an optional effort for our jurisdictions, Moose Legions came through with more than $19,000 for this year's trips. In 2025-2026, the units and members of the degree of service provided more than $620,000 of financial support to these 5 specific projects, with overall giving totaling $683,199.55. Thank you, Moose Legionnaires, for continuing to set the standard for stewardship and leadership. At the Moose Legion session and breakfast on Tuesday, we introduced our incoming Moose Legion Council member, as well as those members who will be moving to Vice President, President, and Junior Past President, respectively. All of these individuals will be installed for their respective terms tomorrow morning. I'd like to take a moment to introduce the members of the Moose Legion Council to you at this time. Please hold your applause until all have been named. Leaving the council at the close of this convention is Ronnie Serio from Mecca Moose Legion 9 in Illinois. We thank him for his years of service and dedication to this body. Serving as a special representative to the Moose Legion Council is Dan O'Neill from Indian River Moose Legion 178 in Florida. Continuing to serve as secretary to the Moose Legion Council is Danny Williams from Gateway Moose Legion 196 in West Virginia. Current members of the council who will be staying on board are Henry Carroll from Ray Gibbons Moose Legion 77 in Indiana, J.C. Patton from Sooner Moose Legion 147 in Oklahoma, and Ted Burton from Magnolia Moose Legion 67 in Mississippi. This year, we welcome Glenn Hansen from Buckeye Moose Legion 192 in Ohio as our newest Moose Legion councilman. Our new junior past president will be Helton Shaw from Tar Heel Moose Legion 158 in North Carolina, who led us during the past year. And moving to the position of vice president will be Brian Weaver from Blue Hen Moose Legion 186 in Delaware. We now prepare ourselves for the leadership of our new presiding officer for the coming year. This gentleman has served on the Moose Legion Council since 2021. For the last several years, he has had the responsibility of chairing the Membership Promotion Committee for the Moose Legion Council. Would you please join me in properly welcoming to the microphone for his remarks our incoming International Moose Legion President, Steve Hennon from North Star Moose Legion 144 in Minnesota.
Thank you. CEO Hart, Chairman of the Board Ryder, Moose Legion Director Bale, members of the Moose Legion Council, and men and women of the Moose. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as your International Moose Legion President for 2026-2027. When I look out around this room, I don't see just members of the organization. I see people who believe in the service. I see people who care about their communities. I see people who are willing to give their time, talents, and hearts to make a difference in the lives of others. That is what the Moose is all about. Our organization has a proud history, but what inspires me most is not simply where we've been, it's who we are today and where we are going tomorrow. Every day throughout our lodges, members are volunteering, supporting families, helping children, caring for seniors, and strengthening the communities they all call home. These acts may not always make headlines, but they make a tremendous difference. The strength of the Moose comes from our people. It comes from the members who stays late to help clean up after an event. It comes from the volunteer who organizes a fundraiser. It comes from the person who reaches out to welcome new members and make them feel like family from the moment they walk through the door. I've had the opportunity to meet Moose members from all walks of life. No matter where I travel, I find the same spirit, generosity, friendship, and a commitment to help others. That spirit reminds me that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. We are connected by a common purpose. We are connected by the belief that when we work together, we can accomplish far more than any one individual ever could. And perhaps now, more than ever, that message matters. Our world can sometimes feel divided. People are often focused on what separates them, but the Moose teaches us something different. It teaches us that relationships matter. It teaches us that community matters. It teaches us that when we come together with respect, compassion, and a shared mission, great things happen. That is why I am so optimistic about our future. I see lodges embracing new ideas while honoring the traditions that brought us here. I see members mentoring the next generation of leaders. I see opportunities to grow, to serve, and to strengthen our impact in communities across the country. The future of the Moose is bright because of the people in this room and thousands of others just like you. I encourage each of you to continue building on that foundation. Invite someone new to become involved. Share the story of what the Moose means to you. Support your lodge. Volunteer when you can. Most importantly, continue treating one another like family, because that's what sets us apart. Before I conclude, I want to thank my home lodge, Ortonville 407, St. Cloud Lodge 1400, Elbert Lee Lodge 1703, Green Bay Lodge 801, West Bend Lodge 1398, and Racine Lodge 437, and the Moose Legions and everyone else that has supported me through my journey. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a saying that I wrote. You are a friend who passes every warm and heartful breath, for being there and being true and being the very best. You're the one who hears my thoughts and understands my thinking. You are the ones who sense first when attitudes are sinking. You go above and beyond. You know all my strengths and all the weaknesses of me. You know when I need support and when to disagree. You and I confide and share the secrets of the soul. You know a friend should help or gently yield control. You are where the heart finds comfort, where the mind can be free. You are the more than just a friend. You are more than company. You are where the heart rests when tensions disappear. You are where I find myself when life is hard. You're near. God bless Mooseheart. God bless Moose Haven. God bless all of the armed forces and one and all. And finally, God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. We look forward to you sharing your passion and enthusiasm for the Moose Legion to our members during your year as International Moose Legion President. It was a busy year for the Moose Legion, so wait, there's more. Here's a summary of some other activities that took place in 2025-2026. The Moose Legion Council left last year's convention in Milwaukee fully prepared to begin a year-long review of the Moose Legion Code of Rules, which had not been updated since July of 2022. Many calls were put out to members asking for suggestions for the council to consider. The initial review took place at Moose Haven in November. The updated document was fine-tuned and approved by the Moose Legion Council in January and was then passed on to the Moose International Board of Directors, which approved the changes at its February meeting. The updated Code of Rules went into effect on May 1st, 2026. The Moose Legion Council's Training Committee collaborated with the Moose International Training Department to update the Moose Legion Educational Conference, better known as MLEC. The materials were updated and refreshed, and the class was first introduced during a training weekend at Mooseheart in late February. Some additional updates and edits have been made since that introduction, and the latest version of the class was used this past Monday at the beginning of the convention. Attention will now shift to updating the Moose Legion Secretary's Educational Conference, or SEC. The Moose Legion collaborated with the Marketing Department to produce an updated video of the Moose Legion conferral ceremony. Production took place at Spencer, North Carolina Lodge 2019 in early January and featured the conferral staff from Tar Heel Moose Legion 158, the reigning International Moose Legion Ritual Competition champions. The shoot utilized a multiple camera setup to capture a fuller scope of the ceremony than the previous video provided. The new version also incorporates video footage at appropriate times to help in maintaining the attention of the viewer as well as enhancing the story being told. The new video can be found on the Moose International YouTube channel. Preparations continue for the 2026 International Moose Legion Ritual Competition and Conference, which will be held in November in Norfolk, Virginia. The schedule will include informational sessions, social events, and free time to explore the surrounding area. There will also be a judging school aimed at identifying individuals with an interest in learning how to judge ritual competitions. Ritual competition will be scheduled over 2 days of the event, with an awards banquet taking place on the final night of the conference. Check the Moose International website for information on registration and housing. As for the men's higher degrees, last year was the first year of the updated process for qualifying for and earning the Fellowship Degree of Honor. The number of qualifiers were certainly lower than we had hoped or anticipated, but as the year progressed, new resources were introduced that were designed to educate and assist Moose Legionnaires in understanding the criteria that needs to be satisfied in order to qualify for the degree. We fully expect that the number of qualifiers will increase as understanding of the qualifications continues to grow. On Saturday, May 30th, 122 fellows processed into the Mooseheart House of God to be conferred with the Pilgrim Degree of Merit during the 97th opening of the Pilgrim Crypt. We offer our congratulations and appreciation to those members for their contributions and efforts that led to being called to receive this recognition. And finally, 2025-2026 was a year of reinvigoration for our councils of higher degrees. The positive energy coming from association chairpersons and local councils alike is something that has not been seen in this program in years. On May 1st, 2026, new bylaws for councils of higher degrees went into effect. Some of the important changes were moving the council year from calendar year to fiscal year, defining timeframes and activities for quarterly meetings, and updating standing committees and their responsibilities. A major change was establishing councils as unincorporated entities for the purposes of acquiring federal tax ID numbers and establishing business bank accounts in the name of the council. This will be a major focus for the department as we proceed through the current year. We look forward to continuing to work with our association chairpersons and councils to solidify the foundations for these units and for the program as a whole. In closing, I would like to thank all of you for your attendance this week, and I wish you safe travels home. Please continue to do some good thing for someone each day. Brother Chairman, this concludes the report of the Department of Moose Legion and Higher Degrees.
Thank you, Sean and Steve. The Moose Legion is in capable hands once again this year. May I have a motion to accept the report of the Moose Legion and Higher Degrees?
For Chicopee Falls Lodge, 1849. I make a motion to accept the report of Moose Legion and Higher Degrees.
Do we have a second?
Bonnie Brown, Greenfield, Massachusetts, Lodge 997, Chapter 316, past Senior Regent. I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, vote by the sign of the order. Opposed? So carried. I now call to the podium our Grand Chancellor, Barb McPherson, for her report of the Women of the Moose.
Good morning. Are y'all awake back there, even you guys back in the cheap seats? Yeah. I haven't figured out why people sit in the back of the room sometimes. Of course, this is a full room, so I get it. Chief Executive Officer Hart, Chairman of the Board Ryder, dignitaries, my brothers and sisters, good morning. Welcome to Oklahoma City. This is a new venue for the Moose International Convention. I gotta tell you, this is pretty sweet. Downtown Oklahoma City is known as Bricktown, and I know I saw a bunch of you down there last night. It was once a warehouse neighborhood that has been restored into vibrant entertainment districts. There's a mile-long canal linking Bricktown to downtown and the Oklahoma River. Bricktown is Oklahoma City. And while the United States celebrates a quarter of a century this year, the infamous Route 66 celebrates its 100th anniversary and runs right through Oklahoma City. I hope some of you may have traveled this historic route to get to this convention, and I hope that you've had an opportunity to enjoy some of Oklahoma City's great food, hospitality, and attractions when you weren't in the meetings. Wow, another exciting year has just ended. The Moose saw yet another gain in membership, marking 5 fantastic years in a row. By the way, it's the same age as this convention center, so maybe this is luck. I don't know. Everyone in this room should be very excited and very proud of this accomplishment. Please give yourselves a big hand again. This was a great team effort by our sponsors, boards of officers, association officers, and anyone who played a role in the success of growing our membership. With the increase we had just this year, guess what? We could reach 1 million members by the time we traveled to Orlando in 2027. This morning, I would be remiss if I didn't introduce to you the members of the Grand Council of the Women of the Moose. While these women are the governing body of the Women of the Moose, they also wear many other hats, including chapter advocate, assistant territory manager, association secretary, association president, chaplain, district president, training session leader, and oh yeah, the list just goes on and on. Please welcome Jerry Winters from Moscow, Idaho. Joyce Walker, Roxborough, North Carolina. Lisa Reynolds, North Little Rock, Arkansas. Vicki Carmack, Glendale, Arizona. Deborah Wallert, Birch Run, Michigan. Tammy Truelove, Surfside Beach, South Carolina. Dina Monday, High Road, Castro Valley, California. Karen Ingram, Portland, Oregon. Junior past Grand Regent, Verna Miller from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And from Sarnia, Ontario, our Grand Regent, Dawn Gark. Oh, and in addition, behind the big black curtain back here, we have our executive project manager for the Women of the Moose, Danielle Bale, from Chickies Rock, Pennsylvania. Additionally, members of the Women of the Moose Higher Degrees Board oversee our conferrals and provide valuable input to our programs. Current board members, will you please rise to be recognized? Thank you. Thank you very much. During an address in 1996, then First Lady Hillary Clinton said, "It takes a village to raise a child." Well, according to that wonderful stuff called Copilot, the proverb highlights that raising a child is a communal effort, where parents, grandparents, teachers, neighbors, coaches, oh yeah, and even strangers, contribute to a child's development, values, and well-being. The proverb reinforces that raising a child is a communal effort where a lot of different people, even strangers, contribute to a child's development. Does that sound familiar? Hillary Clinton made the term famous through her 1996 book, It Takes a Village, which emphasizes the role of society, government, and communities in supporting children. We have a huge village of nearly 1 million members to raise our children and care for the elderly members of this fraternity. Each and every one of you are a part of that village, and you work hard to ensure the best for our fraternity. Now, the proverb also serves as a broader metaphor for teamwork and shared action within that village, illustrating that complex tasks are more effectively accomplished when multiple people contribute, just like the Women of the Moose and the Moose Legion. This past year, just 48 of our Women of the Moose chapters ended the 25-26 year with an increase in membership. 7 ended the year even, with neither a gain or a loss. And while this figure sounds disappointing, our chapters continue to lose members due to an unfortunate misunderstanding of the unification of the fraternity and a lack of proper communication and education pertaining to the role and the importance of our chapters. This year will be an opportunity for regrowth and promotion of the Women of the Moose. Our chapter Award of Achievement and Golden Gavel grading is over. Letters are in the mail. As of June 27th, 522 chapters, or 69%, have initially earned the Award of Achievement. Let's give them a big hand. Appeals are due in the office prior to the close of business, July 15th, 2026. Unfortunately, this past year, we closed or merged 48 chapters. 3 of those chapters were over 100 years old. Now, I don't know about you, but I just don't understand how members can think that chapters don't make a difference in the lives of those who depend upon us. Several other chapters have meetings scheduled to determine their future. Some chapters have struggled, and others simply continue to ask why, since our membership is unified. I continue to ask, well, why not? We are indeed a vital part of this great fraternity and the village that cares for others. Thankfully, many of our chapters are flourishing. They are the ones that meet more than once a month and are having fun, interesting, and informative get-togethers to keep their members interested. They are fulfilling the need for human interaction and activities and personal relationships. They're the ones that are providing the much-needed volunteer services to their communities. Several chapters who had previously closed are now wishing that they hadn't. And guess what? They want to start over again. We were excited to institute yet another chapter this year, Maricopa, Arizona. Chapter 2467 was instituted on November 15th, 2025, with 33 members seated in the class. And we have 5 additional resolutions on file to organize new chapters. Now, the Women of the Moose have had some great meetings since the beginning of this international convention. Earlier this year, 412 members were conferred with the Academy of Friendship degree. This week, we welcomed 140 new members into the College of Regents yesterday, and 86 members into the STAR degree. Let's give them a big hand. This past year, the Women of the Moose enrolled 9,373 members into the Women of the Moose, which is an increase over last year. In February, our chapter switched their focus to retention in an effort to meet an alternative to the +1 requirement for the Award of Achievement. And I gotta tell you, only 15 chapters failed to reach that goal. They are now focused on a fresh start for this new year. 92,258 women joined the Moose, proving that women are still a very powerful force within the organization. Many would most likely join a chapter if someone just asked. We bring new skills and talents to our lodges to make them better and stronger. The same is true in many of our 43 associations, where 192 women are serving as officers. In some cases, a majority of association officers are indeed women. I'd also like to tell you that Sherry Fragapane of Sarasota, Florida, Chapter 1968, is once again our top sponsor in the Women of the Moose. Sherry sponsored 102 people into the Women of the Moose during the 25-26 chapter year, and a total of 533 in just the past 5 years. Thank you, Sherry. She simply asks new faces if they belong to the Women of the Moose, and then she shares her enthusiasm about our program with them. We need to refocus on why we exist in this organization and emphasize the Women of the Moose are a very vital part of this fraternity. We continue to provide for the many who depend on us for their everyday needs. Chapter donations to Moose Heart and Moose Haven are down a little bit over the previous 12 months. However, we did donate a total of $708,085 for Moose Heart and Moose Haven. In addition to our annual donation toward the Moose Heart operating budget, the Moose Heart School, donations to the Grand Regents Project at Moose Haven, and the Moose Charity wish lists. Now, in addition to all that, our chapters have committed to funding new band instruments for our Moose Heart students as the new Grand Regents Project for this coming year. Yeah. Oh, and let's keep going. In addition, our chapters have also secured dispensations to donate $273,834 to their respective lodges for things such as taxes, insurance, loan payments, furniture and equipment, as well as donations to their local community. Wow. Our top chapter donor to Moose Charities this year was South Norfolk, Virginia chapter, with donations to Moose Charities totaling $15,007. Our top chapter reporting community service for this past year was Mechanicsville, Maryland. Their volunteer hours, miles driven, and monetary donations totaled $190,121. Let's give all of our chapters a round of applause for their hard work. The Women of the Moose continue to be the financial providers of the Moose Heart School, the school lunch program, daily needs, physical and occupational therapy, the girls and boys athletic programs, necessities for each child to get the right start at Moose Heart, the pharmacy assistance program at Moose Haven, vision, hearing, and dental for our senior members, and Christmas on both campuses. We bring the music program to our children and the beauty shop to our Moose Haven residents so they can look and feel their very best. In addition, Our chapter have once again provided just over $6 million in service to their communities by way of volunteer hours. Yeah, give them a big hand. Volunteer hours, miles driven, and dollars donate. Now, while we cannot forget our proud past and those leaders that made it happen, we must work together to grow this fraternity in support of those who depend on us by growing to serve our communities through volunteer efforts. In a quote from the movie Song Sung Blue, Mike Sardina said, "We're all here doing the best we can," right? The very best. And if we can just look out for each other, be strong, and above all, be grateful, maybe we can just turn things around and make the world a better place. Now, what do you say? Yeah. All it takes is one man or one woman to believe in the dreams of one child or one senior member. You can make that difference. I thank you for all that you do for others. And please be kind to one another. God bless.
Thank you, Barb, for the great reminder of just how awesome the women of the Moose are and how much they contribute to the success of our fraternity. I'll entertain a motion to accept the report of the women of the Moose.
Wendy Gonzalez, Administrator, Longmont, Colorado, Lodge 1548, Chapter 1211. I make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Dean Durr, Greeley Evans, Lodge 909, past president, I second.
All in favor, please vote by the sign of the order. Opposed? So carried. I now call to the podium Chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Peter Harrigan.
Wow, so cool. Good morning, everybody. Chairman of the board, John Ryder, CEO, Scott Hart, Moose International directors, delegates, and to my brothers and sisters all at this 138th Moose International Convention. How you doing? If I forgot anybody in this introduction, please feel free to see the complaint department located in the registration area. Thank you. This is the report of the Moose International Judiciary Committee. One of the main responsibilities of the Judiciary Committee is to oversee the Office of Compliance. Since Chief Compliance Officer Bethany Bowser and her department has been doing a fantastic job of keeping decorum in our fraternity, there has been no cases brought before this committee, which is always a good thing, and that's number one. There have been no bylaw changes proposed this year for us to review, so good thing number two. However, don't think for 1 minute that this committee was idle. We were given a task to review the Commissioner's Manual, which takes its lead from Chapter 58 of the General Laws. As an assigned commissioner is responsible to hear, try, and determine the charges against a suspended officer or member whereby the suspension was initiated by the Chief Compliance Officer. We'd like to thank the Compliance Officer for giving us that opportunity. So do yourself a favor, don't get in trouble at your Moose Lodge, it ain't pretty. Good thing number three, that is this committee will be intact for the following year, which I'd like at this time, I'd like to introduce them. From Thomasville, Connecticut, Lodge 1525, Catherine Coppinger. From Bel Air, Maryland, Lodge 1952, John Doherty. From Cold Creek, Minnesota, Lodge 1274, Patty House. From Copperas Cove, Texas, Lodge 2029, Sari Roach. And lastly, myself from Lindenhurst, New York Lodge, 1421, Pete Harrigan, Chairman. A variety of prominent members have sat on this committee. We've had Women of the Moose Grand Regions, past International Moose Legion presidents, general governors, lawyers, doctors, retired territorial managers, state secretaries, shop stewards, and the list goes on. I'm a vehicle distributor for a manufacturer. How'd that happen? Still trying to figure it out. Chairman Ryder, this concludes the official report of the Moose International Judiciary Committee, and I respectfully move for its adoption.
Thank you, Peter. We have a motion. I will now entertain a motion to second the judiciary report.
This is Tim Gaverth from Wheaton, Maryland, 1775. I make the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, vote by the sign of the order. Opposed? So carried. I now call to the podium our Chief Compliance Officer, Bethany Bowser, for the election and appointment of officers.
Good morning, everybody. Chairman Ryder, since all candidates nominated are unopposed, the rules and order governing this convention, as well as our fraternity's general laws, provides that the Chief Compliance Officer may cast a unanimous ballot for all offices provided a majority vote is received from the voting members in attendance. Brother Chairman Ryder, the nominees are, for the Moose International Board of Directors for a 4-year term, Bruce Snyder, Woodard, Oklahoma Lodge 452. Terry L. Treadwell, Montclair, Virginia Lodge 583. For the Moose International Director Chaplain for a 1-year term, Kirk G. Shep, Williston, North Dakota Lodge 239. For Vice Chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors for a 1-year term, Brian J. Toski, Muncie Valley, Pennsylvania Lodge 866. For Chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors for a 1-year term, Mark J. K. Penscover, Muskego, Wisconsin Lodge 1057.
I'll accept the motion to the order from the Chief Compliance Officer, Bethany Bowser, to cast a unanimous ballot for all offices just read. Do I have a motion?
Sir, Danny Coley, Powhatan, Virginia, Lodge 1840. I give the motion.
Do I have a second?
Barbara Carpenter, Montrose, Virginia Lodge 2333, Administrator. I second the motion.
You've heard the motion and the second. All in favor for electing these Moose International officers, please vote by the sign of the order. Opposed? The motion is carried. Chief Compliance Officer Bethany Bowser, please continue.
Chairman Ryder, as Chief Compliance Officer for Moose International, and to obey the order of this convention, just taken by majority action of the delegates assembled, it is my pleasure to cast the unanimous ballot in favor of the nominees for the offices of the Moose International Board of Directors, Moose International Director Chaplain, Vice Chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors, and Chairman of the Moose International Board of Directors.
I declare these nominees for Moose International offices as read previously by the Chief Compliance Officer to be elected. Please continue to read the listing of the chairman appointments and Moose International officers for the Moose year 2026-2027.
The chairman of the board appointments for the Moose International officers for the year 2026 through 2027 are read to this convention as a matter of record. Moose International officers for 1-year terms. Chief Executive Officer Scott D. Hart, Mooseheart, Illinois Lodge 2655. Chief Financial Officer Kristen Peterson, Batavia, Illinois Lodge 682. Chief Compliance Officer Bethany Bowser, Mooseheart, Illinois Lodge 2655. Moose International Sergeant at Arms Sean Smith, Wyoming, Michigan Lodge 763. Moose International Inner Guard Christopher Padone, Cocoa, Florida Lodge 1717. Moose International Outer Guard Nicole Springsteen, Racine, Wisconsin Lodge 437. To the Supreme Forum for a one-year term as Chief Justice Larry Janice, Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania Lodge 1276. For a 7-year term, Deborah Gooch, Lindenwold, New Jersey Lodge 548. To the Judiciary Committee for a 2-year term, Patty Haas, Cloquet, Minnesota Lodge 1274. To the Pilgrim Council for a 1-year term as Pilgrim President, Harry L. Johnston, Greeley, Evans, Colorado Lodge 909. For a 5-year term, Robert K. Funky, Grayling, Michigan Lodge 1162. To the Moose Legion Council for a 1-year term as President, Steve Hennon, Ortonville, Minnesota Lodge 407. For a 1-year term as Vice President, Brian Weaver, East Sussex, Delaware Lodge 2542. For a 1-year term as Junior Past International President, Robert Helton Shaw, Greensboro, North Carolina Lodge 685. For a 2-year term as Moose Legion Councilman, J.C. Patton, Woodard, Oklahoma Lodge 452. Glenn Henson, Marietta, Ohio Lodge 1823. To the Heart of the Community Committee for a 2-year term as Chairwoman, Bridget Robinson, Garden Grove, California Lodge 620. For a 2-year term, Bobby Woodruff, Malvern, Arkansas Lodge 2365. To the Activities Committee for a 2-year term, Marcia Warrington, Sylvania, Ohio Lodge 1579. Greg Carlton, Tulsa, Oklahoma Lodge 862. Jeff Hall, Avondale, Arizona Lodge 2078. Nick Seaman, St. Cloud, Minnesota Lodge 1400. To the Loss Prevention Committee for a 2-year term as Chairman, Kelvin Parker, Oshawa, Ontario Lodge 2132. For a 2-year term, Patrick Lilly, Princeton, Illinois Lodge 1339. To the Membership Committee for a 2-year term as Chairman, Dave Smoot, Albany, Georgia Lodge 1285. For a 2-year term, Rebecca Hofarth, Kennewick, Washington Lodge 482. Nicholas Rasa, Sedalia, Missouri Lodge 1494. Teresa Johnson, Woodhaven, Michigan Lodge 966. Mike Conway, Buena Park, California Lodge 1945. Shannon Sears, Middlesex, Virginia 2401. To the Women of the Moose Grand Council for a 2-year term, Marjorie Barker, Speedway, Indiana Lodge 500. Pam Pierce, Woodard, Oklahoma Lodge 452. Cindy Roslowski, Red Rock, Nevada Lodge 252. Norma Tibbs, Fort Pierre, South Dakota Lodge 1813. To the Women of the Moose International Higher Degrees Board for a 1-year term as President, Elizabeth Parker, Oshawa, Ontario Lodge 2132. For a 2-year term, Joanne Huff, Clinton, Iowa Lodge 363. Nicole Springsteen, Racine, Wisconsin Lodge 437. Dana Stouch, Kansas City, Kansas Lodge 1999. Brother Chairman, that completes the listing of the chairman, appointments, and Moose International officers.
Thank you, Bethany. Since no further action needs to be taken at this time, let's hear the report of the Heart of the Community and activities. Please welcome Coordinator Will Harrison to the podium for his report. I hear it's Will's birthday. Maybe we should sing him happy birthday. Nah, I've heard you sing before.
Chairman of the Board, John Ryder, CEO Scott Hart, brothers and sisters all, welcome to the 138th Moose International Convention, and welcome to the great state of Oklahoma. What a great week to celebrate and bring a member of the Moose fraternity. To start my report, I'd like to introduce your Heart of the Community Committee. Chairwoman Bridget Robinson from Garden Grove, California, Lodge 620. Laura Bliss, Longmont, Colorado, 1548. Joe Trapp, Sabino, Ohio, Lodge 1244. Darcy Segedi West, Rapid City, South Dakota, Lodge 1137. New to the committee this year will be Bobby Woodruff from Malvern Lodge 2365. Malvern, Arkansas, Lodge 2365. Got ahead of myself. Please give the Heart of the Community Committee a big round of applause for everything they do for the Moose and their communities. At this time, I'd like to introduce your Activities Committee. Chairwoman Stephanie Anderson from the shadows of Green Bay, Wisconsin, Lodge 801. Marcia Warrington, Sylvania, Ohio, Lodge 1579. Lisa Wise, Linwold, New Jersey, Lodge 548. Nick Seaman, St. Cloud, Minnesota, Lodge 1400. Greg Carlton, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Lodge 862. Jeff Hull, Avondale, Arizona, Lodge 2078. And Todd Anderson from Panama City, Florida, Lodge 1389. Can we please give this committee a great big round of applause for everything they do for the Moose fraternity and our sporting events. Throughout the Moving Forward and Giving Back campaign, we have accomplished much for our communities. We had one national tragedy that caused the hearts to ache. Camp Mystic in the Texas Hill Country. On July 4th, 2025, this camp was devastated by a flood that took the lives of 27 innocent children and adults. This Moose fraternity stepped up to help as 3 Moose Legions, 5 associations, 33 chapters, 46 lodges donated a total of $67,000 to help their families with this in the greatest times of need. This is what the Moose does to help their neighbors, their communities, and their fellow countrymen and women. What a great year we have had for the Heart of Community. I would like to give a big shout out to the Colorado Moose Association. Every lodge scored superior in every quarter. Great job, Colorado. This year we had 370 lodges that scored superior in all 4 quarters. If your lodge received gold, silver, or bronze award, we will send these to the association to be presented at your annual convention. Lodges this year logged 1,403,259 volunteer hours, which converts to $21,399,704. Miles driven were 1,000,000 824,388 miles. This converts to $820,974.75. There were 189,086 Moose members that volunteered for the Heart of the Community events. The monies donated came to $45,893,068.67. The Heart of the Community total donation this year is an outstanding $68,113,747.29. This is an increase of $1,265,612.40 from last year's. Moose members, we are the heart of the community. Moose riders love to ride and raise money, and at the 2025 Blessing of the Bike, they donated $140,813. Well, the 2026 Blessing of the Bike was even better. The Moose Riders topped by raising $154,123 this year. This was an increase of $13,310. Good job, Moose Riders. If you are a Moose Rider and you have not been to the Blessing of the Bikes, we hope that you make plans to attend in the 2027 year. I would like to ask that all veterans please stand. Thank you. Thank you for your service to our country, and thank you to the service that you provide to our Moose fraternity. Thank you for being a part of our great fraternity. This year, we had 4,182 members self-identify as a valued veteran. We closed the 25-26 Moose year with 40,596 valued veterans in our fraternity. Tommy Moose has been extremely busy over the last year. He has been seen at parades, kids' parties, car shows, and the list goes on and on. He has visited his friends like the Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, and I even heard he was spotted eating some Halloween treats out on his very own trick-or-treating bag. Tommy Moose has done a lot for the community, and we are sure that he will continue to be spotted at more events in more months to come. This year, lodges and chapters have donated 22,692 Tommy Moose plush dolls, 7,075 Tommy Moose coloring books, 45,000 bookmarks, and 22,950 trick-or-treat bags. We also had 4 new Tommy Moose costumes purchased this year. I would like to say thank you to the Arizona-New Mexico Moose Association for hosting the 26th Youth Awareness Congress in Phoenix, Arizona. A special shout out to Sherry Marks and all the chaperones of the Arizona-New Mexico Association. There were 48 students that had an incredible time. The International Moose Legion President, Hilton Shaw, and his wife, Jackie, enjoying themselves as well. But to tell the truth, I think it was the chaperones that had more fun and a better time. We will not talk about the shenanigans they tried. This year, the students went to castles and coasters, but once it started to get warm, they went inside to play the games. They liked the AC. Then we were off to the Butterfly Wonderland. The students had a great time learning about the monarch butterflies, and they even saw an axolotl fish before traveling to the Museum of Illusions and then on to the awards banquet. Following the awards banquet, we went to Medieval Times, where a territory manager, and I won't name names, Danae, tried to pull shenanigans on me. Nice try. This year's winners are 5th place, Alejandro Ladon from California. 4th place, Lizzie Quinn from Ohio. 3rd place, Kamal Haddad from California. 2nd place winner, Auburn Mass from Massachusetts, Rhode Island. And the 1st place winner of the Bob Neff Scholarship presented by the International Moose Legion President Hilton Shaw was Chantel Vega Montiglio from Arizona, New Mexico Moose Association. I would like to say thank you to the Moose Legion Council and every Moose Legionnaire and every committee for raising the $35,000 in scholarship funds for this great program. The lodge that donated the most money to the youth awareness this year is Isania, Ohio Lodge 1629, donating $24,206.67. The top state donation to the youth awareness was Ohio with $143,982.51. Total money raised for the youth awareness program this year is $321,379.11. Thank you to every lodge, chapter, and Moose Legion for keeping this magnificent program going. The 2027 Youth Awareness Program will be held in Wilsonville, Oregon, April 22nd through the 26th, 2027. Activities is growing. We have 2 new sports that we will start in 2027. The first new sport is speed puzzling. The first international speed puzzling competition will be held at the 2027 International Convention in Orlando, Florida. Date and time will be announced at a later date. Rules will be posted soon so each lodge can start their events. The second sport that was coming this year to a moose near you is euchre. The first international euchre tournament will be hosted in Indiana in the fall of 2027. Look for more information on both of these new sports in the coming months. Your 25-26 Moose Sports Recap begins now. Let the good times roll. Bowling was in West Bend, Wisconsin, Lodge 1398. 2 great weekends of bowling and 92 bowlers came, and we witnessed Jim Stedmeyer bowl a perfect 300 game. Great job. Now it's time to rack 'em and break 'em. Pool was held in Longmont, Colorado, Lodge 1548, where 90 Moose members had a breaking good time. I would like to say thank you to Longmont Lodge and Chapter, to Laura Bliss and the committee, plus the 3 other lodges that came to assist in the great event. Then it was back to West Bend, Wisconsin, Lodge 1398 for the annual throwing of shoes. That is, 88 members came and threw shoes and luck. Well, they all threw horseshoes and had some luck. Once again, West Bend did an outstanding job and awesome. Thank you for hosting 2 sports just months from each other. Next, we let the bags fly at Westchester, California, Lodge 1780. Cornhole is building up for strength in our 3rd year and is picking up more players every year. Thank you, Westchester Lodge, for doing such a great job as a host. Just watch out for the planes flying overhead. They're literally right next door to the airport. 4. Oh, watch your golf balls. Golf rode into Rock Island Lodge, Illinois 190. Unfortunately, golf was down a little this year, but we still had 70 golfers and had a great time. And I'm not for sure, but I think the club most used this year was the sand wedge. Not that there was a lot of bunkers, it was just the club of choice, some short holes, I guess. Other than the clubhouse and the lodge, this is the club that was used. Rock Island Lodge, you rock. We set sail for a little R&R, and I don't mean Canadian whiskey, or I mean rest and relaxation, as 113 Moose members boarded the Serenades of the Seas for a 7-night cruise to Alaska. Many members visited our Alaska lodges in all 3 ports. The weather was perfect. We saw seals, whales, and seeing the glacier was absolutely beautiful. If you like going on cruises, then we hope to see you on one of our upcoming Moose cruises. Then it was off to Moscow, Idaho, Lodge 871, as they hosted the Soft Tip Dart Tournament. This is also a 3rd-year returning sport and is growing and getting stronger. I would like to thank the Moscow Lodge for hosting. Sin City, Viva Las Vegas, baby. That's right, Texas Hold'em was once again held at the Golden Nugget Casino. We did not break the record this year, but we did have 1,096 Moose members playing and beating a full house. This year's winner was William Pjort from General Assembly, Illinois, Lodge 3000, winning $40,000 in winning $40,000. In January 2027, Texas Hold'em will be held at the Westgate Resort and Casino. Registration will open in the middle of July, as in the past. We wrapped up the sports for this year in Charlestown, West Virginia, Lodge 948, by throwing some steel-tip darts. 180 members showcased their skills. The lodge did an outstanding job. The food was good, the music was loud, and the players had fun. And if you don't know, Moose members, the dart players start drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning. The bar was sold out, I think, by 10. We had to wait for restock. The 2026 sports date flyer, the 26-27 sports dates and flyers is on the website under Forms and Document. We have the 27 Moose International Cruise going out of Port Canaveral for an 8-day cruise sailing to St. Martin, San Juan, Amber Cove, and a full day at Celebration Key. This will take place September 4th through September 12th, 2027. At this time, I'd like to talk to you about the OK Kids Corral and the Blood Drive. Our OK Kids Corral, y'all have raised in money, checks, gift cards, $46,000. Thank you all. The Blood Drive, we have filled every spot. I have no more spots available, so thank y'all for donating the blood. That will be upstairs in the 2nd floor of this building in room 202. As we were moving forward and giving back to our communities, it shows that we are growing to serve our communities in more ways than any one person could imagine. This concludes the Heart of the Community and Activities Report. God bless Mooseheart, Moose Haven, and God bless you, our Moose members.
Thank you, Will. I'll entertain a motion to accept the report of the coordinator of the Heart of Communities, Activities, and Sports.
Mr. Chairman, I proudly rise to make the motion to accept the Great Heart of the Community report. Steve Stevenson, Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, Lodge 100, past governor.
Do we have a second?
Lois Dinges, Administrator, Mount Jackson Moose 979. I second the motion.
All in favor of the vote, of the sign of the order? Opposed? So carried. Now it's time for what we all been waiting for. Let's hear about our 2025-2026 Premier Lodge Award and those lodges having earned this distinction. Let us call to the podium the Director of Membership, Frank Voorhees.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as the new Director of Membership and to have the opportunity to recognize the one of the greatest achievements that the Moose Lodge can earn, the Premier Lodge Award. As I've settled into this role, I've spent a lot of time thinking about where we're headed as a fraternity and what it takes to build an even stronger future. Our campaign is simple. We are committed to growing to serve. Not growing for the sake of numbers, not growing simply to reach a goal. We grow because every new member strengthens our ability to serve our lodges, our communities, Moose Heart, and Moose Haven. To ensure that future generations can experience everything that makes the Moose so special. Growing to serve isn't just a campaign, it's a commitment. And the lodges being recognized today are proof of what happens when that commitment becomes reality. But growth starts with something even more important, our attitude. The lodges we celebrate today have embraced a mindset that is becoming the foundation of our fraternity's future. A mindset captured in 3 simple words: I get to. I get to welcome a new member. I get to mentor a future leader. I get to support Moose Heart, and I get to support Moose Haven. I get to help my lodge grow, and I get to make a difference every day. The most successful lodges don't see these things as obligations. They see these as opportunities. And that's exactly what the Premier Lodge Award recognizes. It recognizes lodges that chose to grow, lodges that chose to engage, and lodges that chose to lead by example. Today, we are proud to recognize 527 lodges that earned Premier Lodge status for the 2025-2026 fraternal year. Of those 527 lodges, 5 have earned this distinction for the very first time since the award was introduced 19 years ago. We also have an extraordinary accomplishment worth recognizing. 2 lodges have now earned the Premier Lodge Award 18 of the program's 19 years, a remarkable example of sustained excellence and commitment. While no lodge has earned the award every year since the program began, these lodges have come remarkably close and deserve our recognition. As we celebrate today's success, we're also looking ahead. The criteria for 2026-2027 Premier Lodge Award has not changed and are currently displayed on the screen. This information will be distributed through official communications and reflects our continued focus on building stronger lodges, stronger leaders, and stronger membership results throughout our fraternity. As a reminder, individual donor circle and youth awareness contributions continue to count toward a lodge's overall giving total. One of the things I appreciate most about the Premier Lodge program is that it recognizes not only successful lodges, but successful leaders. When a lodge earns Premier Lodge Award, the lodge president and administrator have the opportunity to qualify for the Leadership Award as well. This year, we are proud to recognize 201 presidents and 261 administrators who earned that distinction. To each one of you, thank you. Leadership is not always easy. It requires commitment, sacrifice, patience, and vision. The success of your lodge is a direct reflection of your willingness to serve. Qualified recipients will receive 100,000 Moose Reward points, but more importantly, they have earned the respect and appreciation of the members they lead. Congratulations to all of our Leadership Award recipients. Now comes the exciting part. Joining me in announcing this year's Premier Lodge Award will be Troy King announcing the regional managers.
Thank you. You can thank my wife. Help me introducing the Premier Lodge Awards is Regional Manager Brian Down, Robert Lee Jr., Chris Robertson, Jesse Germany, Gary Beck, Sean Shep, Glenn Riegel, and Mo Khan. Together, we're honored to recognize the lodges that have demonstrated excellence and earned the 25-26 Premier Lodge Award. Brian, let's get started.
Thank you, Troy. First up, Mint Canyon, California, 2173. Louisa County, Virginia, 2065. Yuma, Arizona, 1627. 14th year qualifier, Genesee Valley, New York, 2290. Northeast PA, 2568. Floyd, Virginia, 2300. Greenwood, Indiana, 2079. 10th year qualifier, Richmond, East Virginia, 1947. Chehalis, Washington, 1109. Isla Mirada, Florida, 2151. 10th year qualifier, Grayling, Michigan, 1162. Toole, Utah, 2031. 11th year qualifier, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, 918. Beaufort, South Carolina, 1855. Warwick, Virginia, 1711. Warsaw, Indiana, 1423. 11th year qualifier, Newark, Ohio, 499. Alva, Oklahoma, 2100. Indiana Head, Maryland, 1712. Dover, Ohio, 707. 15th year qualifier, Northport, Florida, 764. Colonial City, Ohio, 2555. 11th year qualifier, Hampton, Virginia, 1514. China Lake, California, 258. Millville, New Jersey, 2488. Princeton, Illinois, 1339. 13th year qualifier, Lewisburg, North Carolina, 2256. Oxnard, California, 561. 11th year qualifier, Parisburg, Virginia, 1338. Dubuque, Iowa, 355. St. Clairsville, Ohio, 2504. 13th year qualifier, Portsmouth, Virginia, 898. Somerville, Tennessee, 2206. Cohasken, Ohio, 935. 10th year qualifier, Longmont, Colorado, 1548. Zanesville, Ohio, 867. Dixon, Tennessee, 2035. 12th year qualifier, Tappahannock, Warsaw, Virginia, 2133. Canton, North Carolina, 515. Sarasota, Florida, 1319. Bellflower, California, 796. 18th year qualifier, Verona, Virginia, 2172. Marathon, Florida, 1058. Montrose, Virginia, 2333. 14th year qualifier, Mandarin, Florida, 42. Silva, North Carolina, 1985. Ogallala, Northeast, 1624. South Lake County, Florida, 1615. 10th year qualifier, Port Jefferson, New York, 1379. Clinton, Iowa, 363. 14th year qualifier, Fort Pierce, Florida, 248. Tazewell County, Virginia, 198. 13th year qualifier, Muskego, Wisconsin, 1057. Pulaski, Virginia, 2087. 11th year qualifier, Gulfgate, Florida, 608. West Bend, Wisconsin, 1398. Crystal Lakes, Ohio, 2464. 15th year qualifier, Marion, North Carolina, 1705. Rensselaer, Indiana, 2272. East Palestine, Ohio, 467. 12th year qualifier, Salem, Virginia, 2573. Hayward, Castro Valley, California, 1493. Horseheads, New York, 1476. 10th year qualifier, Marinette, Wisconsin, 2327. Thank you.
All right, let's keep this rolling. Fremont, Michigan, 1555. 11th year qualifier, Scott County, Indiana, 2324. St. Charles, Minnesota, 1114. Springfield, Oregon, 1726. 10th year qualifier, Swansboro, North Carolina, 1425. Finger Lakes, New York, 823. 12th year qualifier, Findlay, Ohio, 698. Lock City, New York, 617. 13-year qualifier, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, 2500. Owensville, Missouri, 878. Vincent, Indiana, 281. 15-year qualifier, Dillon, Florida, 2308. Cleveland County, Oklahoma, 2725. Great Falls, Montana, 532. 15-year qualifier, Orton, Minnesota, 407. Chickies Rock, Pennsylvania, 307. Saline County, Arkansas, 2567. 12th year qualifier, Indiana, Pennsylvania, 174. Lockport, Illinois, 1557. Montour Falls, New York, 426. 10th year qualifier, Mandan, North Dakota, 425. Lindenwood, New Jersey, 548. 13-year qualifier, Worthington, Ohio, 1427. Middletown, Pennsylvania, 410. Grayville, Illinois, 1960. 14-year qualifier, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 1517. Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, 2564. Wilmington, Illinois, 241. South County Deal, Maryland, 2279. 15-year qualifier, Smyrna, Clayton, Delaware, 2046. Washington, North Carolina, 1800. 11-year qualifier, Greater Durham, North Carolina, 2045. Easley, South Carolina, 2219. Lucerne Valley, California, 2096. 10th year qualifier, La Habra, California, 1854. Conneaut, Ohio, 472. 11-year qualifier, Malvern, Arkansas, 2365. Key West, Florida, 1760. Anaheim, California, 1853. Brookhaven, Mississippi, 1968. First year qualifier, Richmond, California, 550. Reisterstown, Maryland, 1577. 13-year qualifier, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, 1101. Apple Valley, California, 1810. Bonita Springs, Florida, 1454. Red Rock, Nevada, 252. 11-year qualifier, Oil City, Pennsylvania, 78. Moscow, Idaho, 871. 10th year qualifier, Luray, Virginia, 1413. Richwood, West Virginia, 770. Orland, California, 1901. 10th year qualifier, Patuxent, Maryland, 2393. Lodi, California, 634. Mount Vernon, Indiana, 497. Altoona, Pennsylvania, 74. 10th year qualifier, Bluffton, Indiana, 242. Marysville, Ohio, 1651. Bedford, Virginia, 1897. Batavia, Illinois, 682. 11-year qualifier, Painesville, Ohio, 490.
North Bay, Florida, 2373. Newport, North Carolina, 2194. 12th year qualifier, Defiance, Ohio, 2094. Lexington, Virginia, 1700. Canton, Pennsylvania, 429. Robert Lee, take it on over.
All right, let's keep up the excitement. 10th year qualifier, Hilliard, Ohio, 2236. Milford, Delaware, 2316. Sydney, Montana, 856. 11th year qualifier, Benton, Virginia, 1121. Crawfordsville, Indiana, 6. 10th year qualifier, Naples, Florida, 1782. Urbana, Ohio, 1215. 13th year qualifier, Washington County, Virginia, 1966. Brunswick, New Jersey, 263. 12th year qualifier, Mechanicsville, Maryland, 495. Maysville, Kentucky, 1124. Delton, Michigan, 1649. 12th year qualifier, North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, 1781. Ann Arbor, Michigan, 1253. Trenton, Ohio, 330. Spruce Pine, North Carolina, 1159. 11th year qualifier, West Monroe, Louisiana, 1723. Green Bay, Wisconsin, 801. Missoula, Montana, 556. 11th year qualifier, Lynchburg, South Virginia, 1727. Lewiston, Michigan, 2495. Sydney, OH, 568. 13th year qualifier, Thompsonville, Connecticut, 1525. Elyria, Ohio, 778. First year qualifier, Beloit, Wisconsin, 191. Port Allegheny, Pennsylvania, 460. Woodhaven, Michigan, 966. 12th year qualifier, Woodbridge, Virginia, 583. North Glen, Colorado, 2166. 10th year qualifier, Trumbull, Ohio, 186. Ames, Iowa, 520. 10th year qualifier, Cortland, Ohio, 1012. Sedalia, Missouri, 1494. Xenia, Ohio, 1629. Mariana, Florida, 1026. 11th year qualifier, Folsom, California, 2009. Thunder Mountain, Arizona, 2475. Lawrenceville, Illinois, 779. 14th year qualifier, Anchorage, Alaska, 1534. Santa Monica, California, 702. 12th year qualifier, Waynesboro, Virginia, 1309. Finleyville, Pennsylvania, 172. Uricksville, Ohio, 740. Sanford, North Carolina, 386. 12th year qualifier, Elkland, Pennsylvania, 746. Canton, Georgia, 2129. Troy, Ohio, 2695. 11th year qualifier, Auburn, Indiana, 566. Zion, Benton, Illinois, 667. Dover, New Jersey, 541. 10th year qualifier, Grand Rapids, Sparta, Michigan, 50. Slidell, Louisiana, 2038. Holland, Michigan, 1116. 15th year qualifier, Wilsonville, Oregon, 1598. Mooresville, North Carolina, 2012. 15th year qualifier, Holly, Michigan, 1168. Riverhead, New York, 1742. 14th year qualifier, Sylvania, Ohio, 1579. Panama City, Florida, 1389. 12th year qualifier, Elkton, Maryland, 851. Lexington, Tennessee, 2091. Groveport, Ohio, 1245. 11th year qualifier, Lafferty, Ohio, 1462. Tallahassee, Florida, 1075. 11th year qualifier, Sarnia, Ontario, 1046. Go ahead, Gary.
Those of us up on the stage can't hear you. Fulton, New York, 1280. Putnam County, West Virginia, 2729. 11th year qualifier, Dayton Beach, Florida, 1263. Henderson, Kentucky, 732. 10-year qualifier, Verona, Pennsylvania, 250. Medina, Ohio, 647. La Crosse, Wisconsin, 1920. 10-year qualifier, Princeton, Pennsylvania, 1207. Parma, Ohio, 1744. West Sacramento, California, 1762. 12th year qualifier, Wyoming, Michigan, 763. Harrington, Delaware, 534. Capital City, Wisconsin, 2724. 10-year qualifier, Charlestown, West Virginia, 948. Nisqually Valley, Washington, 1905. Iowa Falls, Iowa, 1331. 10-year qualifier, Bueno Park, California, 1945. Mansalona, Michigan, 2254. 10-year qualifier, Coldwater, Michigan, 677. Ventura, California, 1394. Escondido, California, 1874. 10-year qualifier, Monroe County, Georgia, 2424. Ravenna, Ohio, 1234. 10-year qualifier, O'Fallon, Illinois, 2608. Lloydminster, Alabama, 2027. 10-year qualifier, Gailton, Pennsylvania, 826. Vidalia, Lyons, Georgia, 1281. Gettysburg, Mississippi, 1804. 11-year qualifier, Edison, New Jersey, 1978. New Kensington, Pennsylvania, 53. Springdale, Arizona, 877. 10-year qualifier, Carolina County, Virginia, 2610. Las Vegas, Nevada, 2723. Miamisburg, Ohio, 1645. 10-year qualifier, Woodward, Oklahoma, 452. Kissimmee County, Kentucky, 2686. Willard Firelands, Ohio, 2153. 10-year qualifier, Santa Cruz, California, 545. East Heights, New Mexico, 2241. Flushing, Michigan, 1437. 12-year qualifier, Marinette, Ohio, 1823. Stockdale, California, 2178. Freeport, Illinois, 162. 12-year qualifier, Anderson, Indiana, 150. Winter Haven, Florida, 1023. Coparis Cove, Texas, 2027. Barberton, Ohio, 759. 13-year qualifier, Francona, Virginia, 1076. Scottsdale, Pennsylvania, 194. Crescent City, Florida, 1641. 10-year qualifier, Carroll, Michigan, 1049. Largo, Florida, 2205. Franklin, West Virginia, 769. 14-year qualifier, Harrison, OH, 2633. Black Mountain, North Carolina, 2220. Bel Air, Maryland, 1952. Dale City, Virginia, 2165. Carpentersville, Illinois, 1958. 11-year qualifier, Lake Wells, Florida, 2391. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 1959. Henderson, North Carolina, 1412. Redmond, Oregon, 323. 12-year qualifier, Pawtucket, Florida, at 184. Belleville, Swansea, Illinois, 1221. Buchanan, West Virginia, 958. Sean, it's your goal.
Continuing on, 10th year qualifier, Lexington, Missouri, 1161. Centerville, Virginia, 2168. 10th year qualifier, Union, Missouri, 1745. Rittman, Ohio, 860. Livonia, Michigan, 1317. Grand Junction, Colorado, 270. 13th year qualifier, Mooseheart, Illinois, 2655. Iowa City, Iowa, 1096. New Martinsville, West Virginia, 931. 11th year qualifier, Junction City, Oregon, 2238. Pahrump, Nevada, 808. DeLand, Florida, 1126. Shreveport, Louisiana, 2239. 12th year qualifier, Dover, New Hampshire, 443. Grand Coulee, Washington, 504. 12th year qualifier, Indian Lake, Ohio, 1533. Loveland, Colorado, 484. Hanover, Pennsylvania, 227. South Haven, Michigan, 697. 12th year qualifier, Covington, Virginia, 610. Fort Dodge, Iowa, 806. West Side, Louisiana, 2007. 13th year qualifier, Lacey, New Jersey, 1907. East Liverpool, Ohio, 122. Morgantown, West Virginia, 264. Rifle, Colorado, 1345. 11th year qualifier, Nassau, Florida, 2352. Lower Niagara, New York, 584. South Greensfield, South Carolina, 749. Ironton, Ohio, 701. 14th year qualifier, Williamsburg, Virginia, 757. Downers Grove, Illinois, 535. Hawthorne, California, 1746. River Park, Illinois, 2578. 14th year qualifier, Raleigh, North Carolina, 1318. Westchester, California, 1780. 15th year qualifier, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, 2193. Simi Valley, California, 1902. 12th year qualifier, Eden, Oklahoma, 1740. Waynesville, North Carolina, 1733. Jacksonville, Florida, 455. Elgin, Illinois, 799. 10th year qualifier, Crown Point, Indiana, 260. Brewster, Ohio, 1102. Aragon Village, Virginia, 1198. 17th year qualifier, Englewood, Florida, 1933. Chesterton, Indiana, 1623. Napa, California, 516. 10th year qualifier, Zephyr Hills, Florida, 2276. Bassett, Virginia, 383. Dunkirk, Indiana, 1352. Johnsville, New York, 1185. 15th year qualifier, Yuba City, California, 1204. Titus Village, Florida, 1962. Asheville, North Carolina, 781. Lincoln Park, 1665. 12th year qualifier, Mitchell, South Dakota, 875. Plattsburgh, New York, 2390. Denver, Colorado, 21. Weston, West Virginia, 1376. 10th year qualifier, Maiden, Massachusetts, 1910. Fort Towns, Florida, 655. New Bern, Tennessee, 2707. 14th year qualifier, Alta Vista, Virginia, 1433. Greensboro, North Carolina, 685. Now Mo to continue on.
Really, Mr. Chairman of the Board? Really? Lexington, Ohio, 2511. 11th year qualifier, Fredericksburg, Virginia, 1655. Shinston, West Virginia, 929. Clyde, Ohio, 393. Pine Castle, Florida, 2345. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 731. 12th year qualifier, Carlisle, Pennsylvania, 761. Newport Richey, Florida, 1747. Newcomerstown, Ohio, 1337. Logansport, Indiana, 232. Middlesburg, Pennsylvania, 1229. 14th year qualifier, Punta Gorda, Florida, 1693. Greenville, Pennsylvania, 276. Lapeer, Michigan, 2433. 13th year qualifier, Garden Grove, California, 620. Mercer County, West Virginia, 2718. Millerstown, Pennsylvania, 925. Gas City, Indiana, 1778. 12th year qualifier, Beach Haven, New Jersey, 1575. Upper Rogue, Oregon, 2480. Bradenton, Florida, 1223. 14th year qualifier, Sanford, Florida, 1851. Buckeye Lake, Ohio, 2434. Celery City, Michigan, 2694. 16th year qualifier, Surfside Beach, South Carolina, 2351. Orillia, Ontario, 1217. Michigan City, Indiana, 980. Napoleon, Ohio, 788. Wakulla County, Florida, 2510. Peña, New York, 2030. First year qualifier, Dublin, Georgia, 1609. Bucharest, Ohio, 669. 10th year qualifier, Chatham, Ontario, 1692. Kaiser, West Virginia, 662. 10th year qualifier, Tice in the Shores, Florida, 1297. Rutland, Vermont, 1122. Halifax River, Florida, 2516. 13-year qualifier, Pasadena, Texas, 1721. Pekin, Illinois, 916. Wheaton, Maryland, 1775. 16th year qualifier, Venice, Florida, 1308. Export, Pennsylvania, 234. Haines City, Florida, 2083. Monroe, Michigan, 884. Leechburg, Pennsylvania, 102. 14th year qualifier, Brown Brook, New Jersey, 988. Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 645. Muncie Valley, Pennsylvania, 866. 11th year qualifier, Seaford, Delaware, 1728. Truman Lake, Missouri, 2722. Richmond, Indiana, 167. East Portland, Oregon, 1891. High Point, North Carolina, 693. 12th year qualifier, Franklin, Pennsylvania, 83. Klamath Falls, Oregon, 1106. Merritt Island, Florida, 2073. Manassas, Virginia, 1380. 16th year qualifier, Winder, Georgia, 262. Raynell, West Virginia, 1647. Darlington, South Carolina, 595. Tuckahoe, Richmond, Virginia, 1163. Powhatan, Virginia, 1840. 12th year qualifier, Okeechobee, Florida, 1753. Ithaca, New York, 666. And Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania, 214. Glenn Regal.
Hey, Mo, thanks for stepping it up. All right, Salina, Ohio, 1473. 10th year qualifier, County Line, Florida, 2427. Clifton, New Jersey, 657. Dayton, Ohio, 73. 10th year qualifier, Hobart, Indiana, 783. Van Wert, Ohio, 1320. Orlando, Florida, 766. 13th year qualifier, Montpelier, Ohio, 312. Laramie, Wyoming, 390. Newton, New Jersey, 432. Villages, Leesburg, Florida, 1271. 13th year qualifier, Westville, Virginia, 394.
Anna Marie Island, Florida, 2188. Gold Beach, Oregon, 2101. Spencer, North Carolina, 2019. First year qualifier, Greenville, Ohio, 329. Whitefish, Montana, 642. Aurora, Colorado, 1824. 10th year qualifier, Palmer, Alaska, 793. Vandalia, Illinois, 1447. 10th year qualifier, Frederick, Maryland, 371. Twin Falls, Idaho, 612. Columbus, Ohio, 11. Otsego, Michigan, 345. Big Bear, California, 2085. 17th year qualifier, Lancaster County, Virginia, 2527. Colstrip, Montana, 2190. Lancaster, Ohio, 955. Belmont, North Carolina, 1749. Elizabethton, Tennessee, 360. 18th year qualifier, Gulf Cove, Florida, 2554. Mount Jackson, Virginia, 979. Northville, Michigan, 1190. 10th year qualifier, Griffin, Georgia, 1503. Pensacola, Florida, 557. Charlotte, North Carolina, 1113. Madison, Indiana, 765. West Volusia, Florida, 2538. 12th year qualifier, New Garden, North Carolina, 1884. Colquay, Minnesota, 1274. Ashland, Ohio, 1383. 13th year qualifier, Old Bridge, New Jersey, 485. Oceanside, California, 1325. Shelby, Ohio, 422. Collinsville, Pennsylvania, 16. Pocahontas, Arkansas, 2405. 10th year qualifier, Brandon, Florida, 1880. Birch Run, Michigan, 2426. 13th year qualifier, Warner Robins, Georgia, 1688. Rosedale, Maryland, 1242. Caloosahatchee, Florida, 2395. Santa Barbara, California, 605. 10th year qualifier, East Sussex, Delaware, 2542. Granite City, Illinois, 272. Bloomer, Wisconsin, 1077. 12th year qualifier, Palmetto, Florida, 2117. Silver City, North Carolina, 1877. 10th year qualifier, Waldorf, Maryland, 1709. Medford, Oregon, 178. Richmond, Lakeside, Virginia, 1714. Wadsworth, Ohio, 2070. 10th year qualifier, Rancho Cordova, California, 2357. Huntington, New York, 318. Beckley, West Virginia, 1606. Paso Robles, California, 243.
All right, 12th year qualifier, Arcadia, Florida, 1327. Gowanda, New York, 1382. Romney, West Virginia, 1371. 12th year qualifier, Ruskin, Florida, 813. Three Rivers, Michigan, 474. Rice Lake, Wisconsin, 402. 10th year qualifier, Mountain Home, Arkansas, 1953. Cut Bank, Montana, 334. Greeley, Evans, Colorado, 909. 10th year qualifier, Bismarck, North Dakota, 302. Lima, Ohio, 199. Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, 1336. Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia, 2346. 15th year qualifier, Rockingham, North Carolina, 1838. Byron, Ohio, 1064. Stockton, California, 391. 15th year qualifier, Bellefontaine OH, 2563. South Lyon, Michigan, 2685. Pontiac, Michigan, 182. Beachview, Pennsylvania, 609. 10th year qualifier, Roxborough, North Carolina, 2005. Stillwater, Oklahoma, 2089. 10th year qualifier, Colonial Heights, Virginia, 1783. Mattoon, Illinois, 803. 14th year qualifier, Ridgeway, Pennsylvania, 1183. Barbersville, West Virginia, 2586. Parkersburg, West Virginia, 1118. Fort William, Ontario, 844. 14th year qualifier, Racine, Wisconsin, 437. Fairborn, Ohio, 1068. 12th year qualifier, Lewes, Rehoboth, Delaware, 646. 14th year qualifier, Callow, Virginia, 917. Pacifica, California, 1944. Farmington, Illinois, 1571. 11th year qualifier, Wildwood, New Jersey, 585. Goshen, Indiana, 836. 12th year qualifier, Placerville, California, 1979. Menominee, Wisconsin, 1584. Ocala Forest, Florida, 2535. Charlotte, Michigan, 2565. 10th year qualifier, Grayson County, Kentucky, 2453. Attleboro, Massachusetts, 463. Weirton, West Virginia, 688. 13th year qualifier, Boone, Iowa, 104. Roseville, California, 1293. Gallatin, Pennsylvania, 185. 11th year qualifier, Pickerton, Ohio, 2321. Edwardsville, Illinois, 1561. Westfield, New York, 118. Delaware, Ohio, 1167. 12th year qualifier, Land O'Lakes, Florida, 1903. Kalispell, Montana, 1922. 12th year qualifier, Woodstock, Virginia, 575. Kearney, Mesa, California, 1852. Bay County, Maryland, 831. 16th year qualifier, Palm Harbor, Florida, 433. Houtzdale, Pennsylvania, 327. First year qualifier, Elkhart, Indiana, 599. Oswego, New York, 743. Lowell, Ohio, 2382. 11th year qualifier, Front Royal, Virginia, 829. Yadkin, North Carolina, 2149. Nashville, Illinois, 2560. 14th year qualifier, Inner Bay, Tampa, Florida, 912. Martinsburg, West Virginia, 120. Kissimmee, Florida, 2056. 11th year qualifier, Lincoln County, Missouri, 2599. Woodsville, Ohio, 2247. 12th year qualifier, South Norfolk, Virginia, 464. Shelbyville, Kentucky, 1715. Harrison, Michigan, 2235. 11th year qualifier, Newberry, South Carolina, 2211. And last but not least, D'Iberville, Mississippi, 332.
Congratulations to every lodge recognized today. Whether this is your first Premier Lodge Award or your 18th, you have accomplished something special. As your Director of Membership, I can tell you that the future of this fraternity is bright because of lodges like yours. Lodges that chose growth, lodges that choose service, lodges that choose leadership. As we move into the coming year, I encourage every lodge to embrace both of the messages that will guide us forward. Growing to serve, because every member matters, every application matters, every retention effort matters, and every community impact matters. It's a simple shift in mindset, but it changes everything. The lodges we're recognizing today understand that. They didn't earn Premier Lodge because someone told them they had to. They earned it because their members and their leaders chose to get involved, they chose to grow, and they chose to serve. That's what makes Premier Lodge so special. It's not just about meeting requirements, it's about creating a culture where members are proud to serve and excited about the future. And that's exactly the kind of culture we're building throughout this great fraternity. Congratulations to all of our Premier Lodge Award recipients, and thank you, our members, for everything you do for this great fraternity. Whether this is your first award or one of many, you should be incredibly proud of what you have accomplished. Your dedication to our membership growth, community involvement, and supporting our mission has earned you one of the highest honors a Moose Lodge can receive. First-time recipients will receive their distinctive Premier Lodge Award plaque, while repeat recipients will receive their medallion. These awards will be shipped to your association liaison and presented at your annual convention or, if necessary, at a lodge or district meeting. If your lodge was not amongst one of the 527 Premier Lodge Award recipients today, and you believe your lodge met all of the requirements, a review may be requested and must be submitted by email no later than July 10th, 2026. Once again, congratulations to every lodge being recognized today. Your hard work, your commitment, and your passion for this fraternity continues to make a difference. Thank you for embracing the spirit of growing to serve and for everything you do for your lodge, your community, Moose Heart, Moose Haven, and this great fraternity. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Frank. Congratulations to those lodges earning this distinctive award. If you are a lodge officer, we ask that you commit yourself to earning this award of being a Premier Lodge in 2027. Now for some announcements. The Moose Fun Night 25 Club Party is tonight, right here in the Convention Center's Hall C&D. Enjoy a night of entertainment from award-winning country music artist, producer, and songwriter Chris Jansen. There is still time to purchase tickets today at the registration booth. As a reminder, the doors open at 7:15 p.m. and the show begins at 8 p.m. If you are qualified for the 25 Club Party or purchase tickets in advance, you only need to have your credentials scanned at the door for access. The Heart of the Community Project is a twofold this year. You can participate in two ways. First, the blood drive for the Oklahoma Blood Institute that will take place this afternoon here in the Convention Center, room 202, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. There is still time to sign up for the Heart of the Community booth. We also ask you to remind you that there's still time to present your donation for the OK Kids Corral, supported by the Toby Keith Foundation, at the Heart of the Community booth for the duration of the convention. If you are attending the League of Guardians event on Friday, it'll be held in the Convention Center, second floor, pre-function area at 5:30 p.m. A cash bar and hors d'oeuvres will be available. Now we will have the Moose Charities March of Checks. I call upon our Executive Director, Pam Emerson, to lead us in this celebration of giving. Pam?
Going here. All right. So you can stand on this side, and that way then, as they come through, and when you see Dana, just flag her to come up. There she is. I want to be near the microphone.
1271, we want to donate $1,000.
Okay, Leesburg Lodge, 1271, $1,000 for Moose Heart and Moose Haven. Thank you. Hi, Donna.
Hello.
Okay, we have Lodi, California, 634, $12,229.20. And that's divided up between the Moose Legion Project, Youth Awareness, and the Horizons Project. Thanks, Donna. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hello. Stockton Lodge, $391, $500 for the Horizons Project. New Jersey Moose Legion, number 2, $750 to the special project and $157 to endowment. Laramie Chapter 423 gave $350 to the Grand Regent Project, $283 to Cradle Fundraiser, and $843 to the endowment. Thank you. Okay, we have New Martinsville, 931, $1,000 for the West Virginia home.
Thank you.
Hi. Okay, the FMA past presidents, $10,000 to the Horizons Project. Thank you. Go, go. All right, Tallahassee Lodge, 1075, $5,000 for the Horizons Project, $500 for Mooseheart School, and $500 for the athletic department. Thank you. Harrison Lodge, 2235, $812 to endowment. Okay, Big Pine Key Lodge, 1585, $2,000 to the Horizon Project. Thank you so much. Kenosha, Wisconsin, Chapter 155, $2,500 to the Horizon Project. Monroe, Chapter 599, $500 to the Mooseheart wish list. Thank you. Wyoming, Chapter 1669, $500 to the Horizons Project. Holland Lodge, 1116, $500 to Mooseheart. Northport Lodge, 764, $500 to the Horizon Project. Thank you. Okay. Beaver Moose Legion, 171, $1,000 between the Moose Legion Presence Project, the Horizons, and endowment. And Springfield Lodge, 1726, $500 to endowment and $250 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Hi there. Leroy Lodge, 1132, $500 for endowment.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Rancho Cordova, 2357, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. California Nevada Moose Association, endowment $5,050, for the Horizons Project $6,500 for. Whew, okay. Get a little tongue-tied. Okay, Port Charlotte 2121, $1,000 for the Horizons Project. Thank you very much. All right, we've got Englewood Lodge 1933. $14,516 for the Horizons Project, and $5,484 for endowment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. That's okay. Pacifica Moose Lodge, 1944. $500 for the Moose Haven wish list, and $500 for the Horizons Project. Okay, thank you. Hayward Castro Valley, 1491, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Thank you. Parma Lodge, Ohio, 1744, $7,500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Okay, $1,000 to the Donors Circle in memory of Beth Calkins and Ken Beck. Thank you. Sarasota Chapter, 1968, $500 for the Horizons Project.
Sorry, my administrator doesn't write very well.
I don't either. Okay. Redmond, Oregon Lodge, 323, $806 for endowment, $250 for Moose Haven, $250 for Mooseheart, and $250 for the Horizons Project.
Yep. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you. Key West Lodge, 1760, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you very much. Lake Wales Moose Lodge, 2391, $500 for Horizons Project. Fort Walton Beach, 2193, $2,600 for the Horizons Project, $2,500 for the Moose Haven wish list. Okay, this is Ocala Forest, 2535, $500 for the endowment fund. Miamisburg, 1645, 500 for the Horizons, 500 for endowment, 500 for Mooseheart, and 500 for Moose Haven. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Stockdale, 2178, $500 for Horizons. Hi there, Stockdale, 500 for endowment. Chillicothe, did I say that right? Okay, Ohio Lodge, 1626, $1,000 for endowment.
Winder. A lot of people say Winder, but it's Winder.
Okay, Winder, got it, thank you. Winder Lodge, 262, 500 for Horizons and 500 for endowment. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay. Central Michigan Moose Legion, 177, $300 for the President's Project and $250 for the student trip. I'm already tongue-tied.
Two different ones, one from the mayor.
Okay. Nassau Lodge, 2352, $1,000 for the Horizons Project. Seminole Moose Legion, 81. Seminole. $1,646 for endowment. And $330 for President's Project. And $1,483 for special project. And $430 for the youth awareness. And $324 for student trip. Phew, I got it.
That's a lot running, baby.
All three of us. That was a mouthful. Hi, all
Hello.
three of you.
Yes.
All right, well, Covington Lodge, up their game this year, 1469, gave $32,000 for the Horizons Project.
And we'll see you in September.
Yes, come around.
I will see you in September. Okay. Hattiesburg, Mississippi Lodge, 1804, $500 to Horizons Project. Thank you very much. Salina Lodge, 1473, $10,000 for Horizons Project. And I said it right. I actually knew that one. Okay. Ortley Beach, Chapter 1248, gave $125 to Horizons, $125 to endowment, $125 to Mooseheart Home, and $125 to the Moose Haven wish list. The Ortley Beach Lodge, 399, gave $1,000 to the Mooseheart Home, $1,000 to endowment, $1,000 to Horizons Project, and $500 for the wish list. Phew. We got it. Thank you. Okay, Lodi, New Jersey Chapter, 2156, $500 for the New Jersey home at Mooseheart. Thank you. Clifton Lodge. Clifton Lodge, 657, $500 for endowment. Thanks. I want to make sure it wasn't for chapter.
I was with their chart.
Oh, okay. All right. Lake City Lodge, 624, $500 for Horizons, $500 for Mooseheart, $500 for endowment, and $500 for Moose Haven. Thank you. Naples, Florida, 1782, $250 for youth awareness, $250 for the Horizons Project, and $500 for endowment. Thank you. Okay. What am I looking at here? Oh, Lloydminster, Chapter 1864, $1,000. That's $500 for the Canada Home and $500 for endowment. Thank you.
It was long.
Hi, Sissy.
Hi.
Crescent City, Florida, 1641, $500 for the special project. Thank you. It's always good to see you. Good to see you.
Hi, Sissy. How are you, honey? You okay?
Gahanna Lodge, 2463, $500 for Mooseheart Home, $500 for wish list, $500 for Horizons, and $500 for endowment. Got it. San Jose. San Jose Lodge 401, $500 for the Horizons Project. That was easy. Thank you. Jasper Lodge 1175, $500 for the endowment. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Is that Bound? B-O-U? I think I wrote this. Bound Brook Lodge 988, $300 for Moose Haven, $200 for Moose Heart, and $2,000 for endowment. Thank you very much. Thank you for the help with this. Hi there. Okay. Hornell Lodge 210, $500 for the Horizons Project. And Elliot and Janet Chafee, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Okay. The Westminster Lodge 1381, $500 for Moose Haven. Thank you very much. Louisa? Yes. Louisa, Virginia, 2065, $2,000 for Horizon. Thank you. A hug here? A hug here?
There we go. I love that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And then we've got Vero Beach, 1541, $500 for Horizons Project. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Santa Monica Lodge, 702, $500. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate
Pahrump. Chapter 1141, $500 for Horizons. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Folsom Lodge, 2009, $500 for Horizons. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Hi there.
This is 11,000 for the Moose Haven Golf.
Oh, okay. And this is from Lorton, Virginia.
Woodbridge 583.
Oh, Woodridge. Oh, okay. Woodridge Lodge, 583. This is for the Moose Haven Golf Cart. That's $11,000.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Vinton Lodge, 1121. This is $11,210, and this is for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Good. It's good to twist. It's good to twist. Okay, Salem Lodge, 2573, $500 for the endowment. Thank you. That was a good bonus.
being on this side.
I know. Okay, Columbus Lodge, number 11, $500 for the Horizons Project, $500 for endowment, $500 for Moose Haven, and $500 for Moose Heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Columbus Chapter, 206, $500 for the Horizons Project. Artesia? Yes. I said that right. Artesia Lodge 2152, $5,000 for the Horizons Project.
Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Adams Lodge 1311, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Chris
Leston-Gay.
Leston-Gay, Ebbets Pass, California, 1123, $1,000 for Moose Heart and Moose Haven. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, hon. Thank you very much.
Ebbets Pass, 1123, $500. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Okay, Chesterfield Lodge, 1980, $25,000 for the Moose Heart computers. Thank you. Thank you for joining us up here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank
Oh, Yuma, Arizona, 1503, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yuma Lodge, 1627, $500 for Horizons Project and $500 for endowment. Thank you so much. Thunder Mountain, 2475, $1,000 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Okeechobee?
Okeechobee.
I say it right.
That's it.
Okeechobee, Florida, 1753, $500 for the Horizons Project.
Okeechobee again.
Oh, Okeechobee again.
Look at that.
Okeechobee, 1753.
That's Warren Martin.
Warren Martin,
He's
specifically.
our administrator.
Oh, okay. $500 for the donor circle.
Thank
Got
you.
it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love. Oh, watch my hands up.
Okay. Oh, big check. Okay, I'll say it.
Hand it off to you?
All right, I'll hold it, and then let me say it back here.
I'll
Okay.
follow, Mom.
Okay, Shreveport Lodge, 2239, $500 for the Horizons Project.
Still the idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the other ladies to take this. Okay. For the golf carts? Okay. So this is Suffolk Lodge, 141, 500 for the Horizons Project and 500 for the golf carts. Thank you. Kearney Mesa, 1852, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Worthington Lodge, 1427, $1,000 for Mooseheart. Thank you so much. Okay. Is it Tracy Chapter 1720, $25 for the Mooseheart Home. Tracy Lodge, 2283, $500 for the Mooseheart Home. Thank you very much. Hello, ladies. Okay, we got Surfside Beach here, 1950, with $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. So pretty and blue. So pretty blue ladies.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Okay. Depew, oh, that's a D, okay. Depew Lancaster, 1605, $500 for the Horizons Project. Okay, this is the South Carolina Moose Association, Swamp Box Council of Higher Degrees, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you. Oh, okay. This is from the Denver, Colorado Lodge and Chapter, $500 for the Moose Haven wish list. Oh, okay. It was hard to read. Okay. Loveland, Colorado, 484, $500 for the Moose Haven project, or not Moose Haven, Horizons project. I don't know. I got tangled tongue now. You're talking a lot. It's okay. Okay, here we go. Longmont, Colorado, Chapter 1211, $500 for the Horizons project, and Longmont Lodge, 1548, $1,000 for the Horizons project. We got it. Okay, Anna Maria Island, 2188, $50,000 for the Horizons project. Did I say that? I didn't mispronounce Anna Maria. Tell Byron we did good.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
Palmer Lodge, 793, $500 for the Moose Legion President's Project.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Patuxent Lodge, 2393, $500 for endowment, $500 for Horizons, $500 for Moose Haven, and $500 for Mooseheart. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you.
Warsaw Lodge, 1423, $500 for the Indiana home. That's okay.
This one is for the Horizon project.
Okay.
So Quail Valley.
Okay. Quail Valley, California.
Yes.
$100 for the Horizons Project and $100 for the Moose Haven wish list. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We've got Ridge. Happy birthday.
Yes, today's my birthday.
All right, happy birthday, Bob.
Ridgeway.
Moose Lodge, 1183, $500 for the Horizons Project.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday, Bob. Okay.
Thank you. and happy birthday.
Port Allegheny Lodge, 460, $1,000 for the PMA scholarship. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Manassas, Lodge 1380, $2,000 for the Moose Haven wish list. Thank you very much. You're very welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
Alma Gordo? Alma Gordo. Lodge 2016. $1,500. $750 for youth awareness and $750 for Horizons. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Okay. Salisbury Moose Lodge, $654. We have $500 for Horizons, $500 for Endowment, $500 for Moose Heart, $500 for Moose Haven, and $500 for youth awareness. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, brother.
Richmond East, 1947, that's Richmond East, Virginia. $2,000, $500 for Moose Haven, $500 for Endowment, $500 for Moose Heart, and $500 for the Horizons Project. Go ahead. Thank you. Beaufort Lodge, 1855, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you very much. Okay. Denver Lodge, 21, $500 for the Moose Haven Apparel Project. That's the new project. Yes. Thank you very much. We got it. Okay. We have El Centro, California, $500 for the Horizons Project. Thank you very much. Okay. Good. Leisure City Lodge, $500 for the Horizons Project and $200 for youth awareness. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, Franklin Lodge, 83, $1,000 for the endowment fund. Thank you very much.
Hey, brother. Thank you so much.
Okay. Janet and Ronald Shaw, $500 for the Alabama Georgia home. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Las Cruces, New Mexico. 2081, 1,000 Moose Haven, 1,000 Moose Heart, and 1,000 Endowment. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you so much, brother.
Okay. All right, that's okay. I'll say this is Lemon Grove, California, and this is $500 to the Horizons Project. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
Basra? Basra.
Connecticut.
Basra, Connecticut Lodge, $950. $750 to the Horizons Project. Thank you very much.
No problem. Can we just smile?
Oh, here, smile for the picture.
And then, yeah, you want to take one too?
Want to get on the way of that? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, before we do this, I like to have the gang of you. After they're finished, I like to have the gang with the group photo.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Look, she's doing the same thing. She's getting a selfie with them all. Honey, we'll take the picture for you.
No, it's okay. We wanted a selfie.
Oh, give them a selfie.
Give her the phone.
And I'll take your
Hey,
picture.
guys and gals, can you get rather around us? We get a big group photo.
Look, Eddie.
You could step in too, man.
Thank
Come on,
you.
come on, now you
Okay.
get it back. Bring it on.
All right, where should we go? Like how? Like facing which way?
I don't know.
Where's our?
We'll face that way, I guess. That way she's right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys come over and be in front.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Squeeze in here.
Usually I get put in the back because I'm tall.
I made you.
By the way, this is Hampton, Virginia. Hampton, Virginia, line 1514. It's $5,000 to the ROTC and band.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I have one more. One more. Yep.
I'm going.
Last but not least,
Richmond Moose Lodge.
Richmond Moose Lodge. Wait,
Richmond Moose Lodge, 550.
550. Okay, got it. Thank you. $500.
Thank you, baby.
We're good.
Appreciate you.
Okay, thank you.
Any more to say?
No, that's it. Thank you very much.
The session's recessed till tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
The total will be announced.
We start